Hello, I'm Lauren Haldeman, editor-in-chief of the Journal of Nutrition Education and Behavior, where we are advancing research, policy, and practice. And each month, we select an article to feature as a press release with an accompanying podcast. And today's podcast article can be read in full at www.jneb.org for the next 3 months. And today I'm speaking with Dr. Monica Zuercher, who is the corresponding author for the article titled Parent Perceptions of School Meals Influence Student Participation in School Meal Programs. I'm glad to have you with us today, Monica.
Hi, yeah, thank you so much for the invitation. I'm really glad to be here.
Sure thing. And can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm a assistant project scientist working at the Nutrition Policy Institute, which is part of the University of California Department of Agriculture and Natural Resources. And I am part of the team that is in charge of evaluating the impact of the California's Universal School Meal Program. So we're in charge of that evaluation, and yeah, we're pretty much reporting to directly to the government and like the California Department of Education and everything.
All right. Well, welcome. And so let's get right to it. So can you give us a brief overview of the paper that we're talking about today, including what you did as well as your results?
Yes, sure. So, like I mentioned, I'm part of the team that is evaluating the Universal School Meal Program in California. And in this paper, we were looking at what are the perceptions that parents have about school meals and how this impacts student participation in school meal programs. So for this, we launched an online survey. We get response from 1,100 parents, and pretty much we're trying to get a sample that is representative of parents of students on K to 12 public or charter schools. So we pretty much include parents and like parents, guardians, and other caregivers of students in grades K to 12 attending public schools. And we try to cover or have sampling quotas that reflect the characteristics of the students in California with regards to race and ethnicity, the California region, and the different range of income levels or like free and reduced meal price eligibility. So we want to hear from the voices of parents from students eligible for free meals, some parents of students eligible for reduced price meals, and non-eligible. And what we found in the study is that the positive parental perceptions about school meals, so these include parents thinking that the school meals are healthy, that the school meals are fresh, that the school meals taste good, that their child like the breakfast and lunches, that the quality of this meal good, the school meals are good. So all these parental perceptions were associated with a higher participation in school breakfast and lunch. And then we also find that like a group of perceived benefits to the families. So this means that the parents report that the school meals can save the family time, they can save the family money and stress because they don't have to prepare the school meals. And also thinking that the school meals yeah, all these benefits for the families were also associated with a higher participation in school meal programs. And then in the other hand, or like the opposite side, is that the negative perceptions about school meals had a negative impact in student participation. So these include thinking that the school meals have too much sugar, or you simply by, oh, I prefer that my child had breakfast at home than in the school meals, or my child prefer to bring food from home than eating the school meals, or getting tired of eating the same school meals. So all these negative perceptions were associated with less participation in school meals. And also another interesting thing that we find is that all these perceptions or the association between these perceptions in participation was higher or like stronger among high school students or students like non-eligible for school meals. So usually elementary is like participation decrease as students move from like elementary to middle. So especially for those groups where participation is more variable, the association was stronger. And also in same case for like students non-eligible for free and reduced meal price meals, because usually students that are eligible have a higher participation. So those are usually are like, do I participate or not? For them, the association is stronger.
Interesting. You got some very interesting findings there. And I as I said to you before we started, I love this approach of the parental perceptions on school meal usage. And so why is it important that students participate in school meals program?
Well, there are different reasons for that. So, for example, they have been since the Hunger Free Kids Act in 2010. I think that it was in 2012 where there were nutritional guidelines that the school meals have to meet to better align with the dietary guidelines for Americans. So these include increasing the amount of fruits and vegetables that are served, increasing the whole grains, limiting the sodium. So since this happened, research has shown that school meals are, in average, the healthiest source of food for students. Uh, and also, like school meals are a big source of nutrients and energy for students from low income or students from family from food insecurity. So just increasing the participation in general is beneficial for their health. And research have also shown that students that participate in school meal programs or when they have like universal school meals, this is associated with better academic performance, better attendance, healthier diets. When they look at the healthy scores of the lunches that kids eat that they bring from home versus those served by the school, the ones served by the school are in average healthier than the ones that bring from home. So kids are in at the developmental stage, so it's really important for them to eat healthy meals. So that's why eating the school meals is beneficial for them.
The benefits are numerous, and you just lend support to that through this work. So I'm sure this is a very big question, but what are the implications of your findings? What are the next steps? How can we improve?
Well, this is really interesting because yeah, we are finding that what parents think affected the students eat or not the meals, and this can like sound obvious because it's your dad or the parents that you know don't eat them, or eat this meal that I'm bringing you instead, or this them giving to you reduce participation. So this and also research have shown that despite the fact that meal quality the quality of the school meals increased since these nutritional standards were established, the nutrition of the nutrition and healthiness of the school meals improved, but the parental perceptions didn't change. They didn't improve. So there is a disconnection between what parents think the school meals are, and some of them are not even aware. Some of them have perception from when they were in school. So that's why it's important that from the schools that have like healthy school meals, because also like some schools are doing really good job. There have been a lot of investment from the federal government, from the state, to equip the school cafeterias with like kitchen equipment and everything to try to offer more scratch cook meals. So the quality is increasing. Efforts are being made. So it's important to inform the parents about that. So even like the nice part of this study is that we're hearing from food service directors, we're hearing from parents, we're hearing from students. So some of the food service directors report parents don't know. Some of them have never been in a cafeteria. Some of them never hear, or they don't. The food service director will post pictures on Instagram, and they're like, "Oh my God, is that what my kids are eating? That looks really nice." So there is room for improvement. Not all schools have a kitchen on site where they can make the school meals. So there is definitely room to improve in the quality of the school meals in some schools. But for those that are offering like healthy meals, it's important to communicate this to the parents so they are aware of it and they can encourage their child to participate or their children to participate. And it's also important to address concerns that the parents have, like if parents think that the school meals have too much sugar, so then it's important to address that also. So this study is important because not only showed the link, but it's also important. Okay, if the parent perception affect the participation, what are these parent perceptions? How we can, if they are concerned about the sugar, let's do something about it so that is not there. And also just inform them about what schools are doing and what the school meals look like nowadays.
Mhm. Yes, so interesting that after school meals, there were changes made in school meals to make them healthier, that parental perceptions didn't change along with that. That just goes right along with your suggestion for better informing parents. And do you think that might include maybe a structured educational component for parents?
Yeah, definitely nutrition education is also like something that is necessary to improve even the acceptance of some of the different versions of the school meals. But also another fact that can affect these views is that some of the food industry changed the way that they make the food items to meet these nutritional guidelines. So, for example, they will make pizza, but it's made with whole grains crust. So that's what I mean. Some of these new versions of the school meals that are they're processed foods that are being served to schools. So they meet the nutritional guidelines, but then if you tell your parent, like, I had pizza for lunch, so they're still going to, they don't know that it's a modified version of the pizza. So I can also understand why parents, the parental perceptions can still the same if they don't know that these modified uh, foods are different.
Sure, that makes sense. I mean, your study here allows for many future research studies and certainly has some real important implications. And I appreciate you spending the time today with me to talk more about this. Before we finish, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, I would really first thank you for the opportunity to talk about the research here. And also, I would like to thank the state of California for funding this research project. It's really nice that, along with investing in this child nutrition, they're also trying to see if the program is efficient, what is working, what has to be improved to improve the impact of the program. So that's really nice. I also would like to acknowledge and thank the parents who participate in the study, the Nutrition Services Division of the California Department of Education, because they have been helping us with the design of the study, the design of the data collection tools, and all the other authors from the paper and researchers that we collaborate with.
All right. Well, again, thank you so much, Monica, for spending this time with me. And to all of our listeners, please remember you can read this article in full at www.jneb.org for free for the next 3 months.